The scheming woman brought her parents to a luxurious villa. However, when they arrived at the villa, they found that the door was full of garbage. She immediately realized something was amiss. She rushed inside to see what had happened, but the password had been changed, and the door wouldn't open. Her father kicked it open. All valuables in the villa were gone. She froze in shock. Little did she know, this was the price she had to pay. A few days earlier, the wife was cleaning the house. She heard her husband's footsteps and turned happily to share the newly bought fish. She was surprised to find her husband holding the scheming woman. Moreover, the woman was pregnant. The wife suppressed her anger and calmly asked what happened. Before her husband could even speak, the scheming woman arrogantly claimed she was pregnant with his child. She even taunted her wife's sick daughter, telling her to die. Back then, the woman had clearly introduced the scheming woman to her husband as a secretary because she saw she couldn't find a job. Now she seduced her husband and cursed her daughter. Then, the scheming woman slapped his wife to the ground. She asked the woman to sign the divorce papers and then left. The wife stood up and angrily questioned her husband. She reminded him that they had grown up together. Her parents even paid her husband's tuition. When he couldn't find a job after graduation, she used her connections to get him a job at a large company. Now that he has achieved success, he still treats her like this. But the man said his business empire was too big for his daughter to inherit. Just then, the daughter came out in tears. She showed her father the award she had just won. She promised to study hard and excel like the boys. She begged him not to abandon her, but he still insisted on divorcing his daughter's mother. The daughter fell to her knees, hugging his legs and crying. She vowed to cut her hair short and never wear a skirt again. She begged him not to leave. This scheming woman was afraid he would soften his heart, so he pushed his daughter away and kept insulting her. She even took out her perfume bottle and sprayed it everywhere. This caused her daughter to have an asthma attack. The wife begged the man to take them to the hospital, but the scheming woman feigned a stomachache, forcing him to rush her to the hospital. The man heartlessly abandoned his wife and child. The desperate wife helplessly called an ambulance. When they finally arrived at the hospital, it was too late. The daughter had died. The husband, however, showed no sadness. Instead, he urged his wife to remain silent, lest it affect the baby boy in the woman's belly. The wife was completely devastated. She asked for a divorce. Then he left the hospital with this scheming woman. The next day, while they were going to file for divorce, the man, overcome with emotion, accidentally collided with an oncoming truck. The wife, sitting in the back seat, escaped without serious injury. The man, however, died instantly in the accident. His wife is his only legal heir, so she went straight home after waking up in the hospital. She burned all evidence that the scheming woman was pregnant with a man's child. She even threw her husband's ashes into the fire. And this scheming woman still dreams of becoming a rich woman and is completely unaware of what is happening.